All right, for the next one, the second one on the list, the second best crypto in the world is going to be Ethereum, which a lot of cryptos run on. So,
ERC20.
Yep. All right, you got it pulled up?
Of course.
All right, guys. Now we're going to be doing live technical analysis on Ethereum, Ether. I'm going to hand it over to Crypto Papi.
Okay, Ethereum paired with the US dollar, weekly time frame, data's coming in from Coinbase. So this one will be a little quicker than Bitcoin, a little more straight to the point. We don't have to over-analyze it too much. So you could see here, we're zoomed out here again on the weekly time frame. We have a crazy trend line drawn here, January 17th, 2022. Second touch point looks like, I can't line it up. Looks like, I keep jumping one before, February 14th, 2022, and we have it extended out to the right with an aggressive movement to the upside, which again, you know, I could preface this all day. This move is going to come through eventually. May not be, you know, tomorrow, may not be next week, but eventually that move is going to come through on Ethereum, and we'll look back at it. Oh yeah, remember that crazy trend line you had on Ethereum? Now we're way above that trend line. I couldn't believe it. So with that, we have that crazy trend line to the upside. We have this trend line, which is going to act as resistance eventually when we catch up to the trend line. We have this trend line drawn at the bottom of price action from January 13th, 2022. Second touch point, April 7th, 2025. And we just have that extended out to the right. Way less aggressive than the overhead one. This trend line is currently acting as support. And you could see here, we've gotten close to bouncing off of it. And I could say if we're below the 236 for too much longer, we're probably going to approach the trend line, which it looks like it's at about $1,542.91, roughly around current price action, probably just slightly lower. But it looks like we could still be, and this is what's crazy to say, is we could still be bullish if we drop down to the trend line, retest it as support before moving up to the upside to our, getting over our 236, catching up to our 618, and, you know, above and beyond from there. That's our trend line to the downside. Our Fibonacci, we have the swing high at $4,947.83, which is our all-time high for Ethereum. We have our zero movement at $1,376.30, and we just have that overall Fibonacci just pulled out to the right a little bit just so we could see it pretty good, see the price action in it, see the Ethereum price action within the Fibonacci. And you could see here, if we look over to the left, we've definitely had volatility, but if you're looking at the dotted line overhead, then the dotted line above here, we've stayed, even though it's a huge price swings, extreme volatility, we've stayed within this range for years. I mean, you could really, if we're looking at the bottom, you could look at here when we were breaking out in 2021. So January of 2021 to now, we're in freaking, you know, we're about to be in June of 2026 in a couple days. So it's pretty crazy that we've been within this range and we haven't broken out to the upside or broken down to the downside in many, many years. So, you know, I would definitely say Ethereum is due sooner rather than later. We're going to break down to the downside, or ideally break out to the upside and really start moving and catch up to this trend line, get to that 1618 movement to the upside as well. So that's what we have drawn here on the Ethereum chart. And we could just zoom into current price action and see, you know, our risk to reward setup when it comes to Ethereum. So we are below the 236. So if we're going to continue to the upside in the very near future, we need to start getting above this 236 and getting candle bodies to close above the 236 relatively soon. Then the problem that comes with that is once we get over to the 236, you see this red box, which is going to act as resistance. Look at all this price action, all the price action as resistance, support, resistance, support, support, broke through the support, resistance, can't break above it, and here we go to the moon before getting pulled right back to it. Support doesn't hold and we break right back below it. Now we're approached it recently and it's just acting as resistance. So we need to, keep slowly breaking through it before we could just, melt faces and break above it and get some volume back into Ethereum, a lot of buy volume that is in Ethereum, and start moving up to the upside. Because until Ethereum puts its move in, not very many other altcoins besides Anvil are going to make insane parabolic runs. So price action to the upside, we just talked about the 236. We talked about the red box, which starts at $2,431.79. And the top of the red box is $2,520.09. Then we have our 618 Fibonacci at $3,583.50. And then where the fun will start happening is when we start breaking above the 786, because then we could fully expect to start making some new all-time highs, which the 786 is at $4,182.52. Measuring tool from current price to the 236 is 10%. From current price to the bottom of the red box is 20%. Current price to the top of the red box, 24%. Then current price to the 618 is 77%. Then when all hope is back in the market, everyone is eating up that hopium. From current price action, we're 107% away from that. And to the downside, from current price to our, I guess I need to go over here slightly, from current price to the trend line that's going to act as support, we're 21.44% movement away from that. From current price to our zero movement of the Fibonacci, which would be, that would be dangerous waters there. Because if we break the zero movement at, almost $1,400, I don't know where Ethereum's going to go. It's going to go to levels we haven't seen in quite some time. We're 31%, say 32% away from that happening. So those are levels with Ethereum to watch for. But again, I fully expect us to hop right back in this market. There's too many people around it. There's too many things going for the crypto space in general. So much hype around it, so much love, so many people building, so many people that want to even enter the market. To say, that we're not going to start moving sooner rather than later, I would say all eyes for me are on the, the overhead trend line. So that's it for Ethereum. That's not financial advice, but I mean, look here, we've made a nice all-time high relatively recently within a year, and we've came down to the downside. We've put a higher low in. So, I mean, what should happen next is a higher high. But again, that's not financial advice, and that's all I have for Ethereum.
Oh man, it seems like Ethereum is just waiting to pop. That was that for Ethereum.